feel like a moving house. I'm just fixing puppets, I swear. Have you ever wondered what a puppeteer brings to a film set? Booby tape, a stepladder, noise cancelling headphones. Really good for puppeteering in a dive bar at 11 p.m. at night. This is my puppet repair kit, and I know it looks like I'm moving house, but pretty much everything here has saved me in one way or another when I'm on a gig. So let me show you what's in it. Hi, I'm Kay from Pupperoos. I'm a puppeteer, puppet maker, and teaching artist for theatre, film, television, and commercials. I get called in to fix all sorts of puppets, from marionettes to giant sheep. And so I'm going to show you what I bring along with me so I can be prepared for pretty much anything. I have a few different ways that I like to organize my tools. This one is a craft caddy, a storage caddy that I got from Kmart. And it opens up like this, and it's got all sorts of things. Screwdriver, pliers, pins, T-pins. T-pins are really great. So I've used this for helping puppets to hold props. Just your handy sewing repair kit. Booby tape. Booby tape, also known as fashion tape, is double-sided tape that's designed for skin and fabric, so you know that it's not going to leave sticky residue from the adhesive, and it's going to be strong enough to hold some fabric or fleece onto something else. Wet wipes or stain remover wipes are also really handy in case you get one of those accidental spills on a puppet. Another thing that I have, but I've run out, so I'll have to replenish it, is I like to keep my business card at the top because you never know who's going to come along and give you your next gig. This is a repurposed dishwasher utensil caddy. I like this because all my tools are vertical. It's got a nice handle. I can just chuck this in a tote bag and take it with me. Spare hot glue sticks. I've got my hot glue separately. This is a screwdriver that comes with different kinds of attachments so you can swap them out. Just different blades. What are these called? Wire cutters. A wire bending tool. Make some rods really quickly on set, and I like to get some nice different angles. Let me know if you want a demonstration on how this works. Some little snippers. They're usually for plastic, like people who make little model kits and things, but what I like these for is cutting off the ends of cable ties. I find if I use scissors or something else, I still get a little bit at the end, whereas this gives a really nice clean cut. We've got a lighter, really handy for sealing off the ends of various kinds of cords, especially if they're nylon or synthetic. These are some just trusty normal scissors, and I've also got various hooks so I can hang things up when I am on set. A tool caddy bag include tape. I usually bring all different kinds of tape. Gaffer tape, this is electrical tape, masking tape, foam covered wire that you can use as a hook so it can wrap around things and hook on. Really good for all sorts of things, for hanging up props, hanging up puppets. I also have a Ziploc bag full of basic bits and bobs. I've got webbing, cord, Velcro, plastic tubing, hooks, all sorts. It's really good to have a bits and bobs bag so that they don't get lost in the rest of the bag. It's also handy to just bring some Ziploc bags. Some of them have little rings on them. Sometimes you're dealing with things where there are lots of small little parts, or you have to get different props ready, and just to organize everything, it's really good to have them in little Ziploc bags. They also double as mini little rubbish bins. Little cup, you can use a paper cup or something, but I've got a pool noodle that fits inside. And what I like about this is I can put my pins and needles and all sorts in here, and then when I travel with it, I put it upside down like that so it's nice and safe and I'm not going to prick myself. But then when I get there, I can turn it right side up, and then I've got a nice pin cushion. If I'm on set, I also take with me the egg. This is a tin from a Cadbury cream egg, not sponsored, but it's repurposed, and inside I've got various needles, pins, threads. Sometimes I put scissors in here. What I like about it is the tin is magnetic, so I can put magnets on the inside, so that again, working with pins, you're on the floor a lot of the time. It's just a lot safer, and I'm more of a, I spread things out a lot, so I like to be able to see everything. Noise cancelling headphones, really good for puppeteering in a dive bar at 11 p.m. at night. I also bring an apron with me. I'm usually wearing it when I go on the gig, and that means that I can keep my tools on me so that I'm not looking around for them. Some of the things that I have with me are markers, so a black Sharpie, a white marker, especially when you're marking on things that are black, some cable ties of various sizes, pencil, scissors, a seam ripper, and I might even have some safety pins just pinned in here as well. I also like to bring a small clear container with a lid so that I can toss in everything that I need for that specific set. So my tools, little props, the egg, little bits and bobs and sewing bits. Another thing that I like to bring with me is my own portable light. This one is by Daylight, not sponsored. So you just plug it in and it emits a really good daylight kind of light. It's not a warm white, so the colors that you're working with do not get yellowed, and I usually like to elevate it. Sometimes I will bring a head torch or some other battery powered light, but if I'm going to be there for hours, and often film shoots go for hours, I will bring my own portable light source that I can put on a box or a chair so that it's elevated, as well as an extension cord and a multi-strip plug so I can plug in various things like my hot glue gun as well. A light, warm, puffy jacket is also really handy, especially if you're going to be called in for like 6 a.m. calls and midnight wrap-ups. Say no more. It's always good to wear black, because even if you're being hired to be a puppet wrangler, you never know if you might be a puppeteer too. And so black just blends in a lot better than fluoro pink. I even bring a stepladder. If I'm doing marionettes, I really need it to be able to have the height to operate the puppets, but this also doubles as a chair or a table. Sometimes I will even bring a little mini beach chair. This is if I'm going to be operating a puppet, especially from the floor, and I have to have my arm up in the air for a long time. I might even bring a couple of cushions with me or blankets to help support my back. I bring knee pads, especially as I'm getting older. Really need knee pads, but really wish I wore these when I was younger too, because you're often just crawling around on your knees. I also bring a yoga mat with me to warm up before puppeteering. If you roll it up like this, you can use it as a foam roller to stretch out your back as well, so you can do some back stretching exercises against a wall. When I'm actually puppeteering on set, even if I'm wearing knee pads, sometimes it's really handy to be able to have a yoga mat to lean on as well, and sometimes you're like lying down completely, so having one of these can really save you. I was a puppet wrangler for a commercial recently where we were in a warehouse. It was a concrete warehouse, not carpeted, quite cold. And so for the puppeteer, I gave her a yoga mat and it kept her from freezing. So it can actually save you from a really uncomfortable time. I've learned over the years that the more I can be prepared on a gig, the better. I would rather bring all this stuff, even though it looks like I'm moving house, and at least I have stuff with me. Film sets move fast. Puppets break fast, and you often only get one take to fix something before a shot. So being over-prepared isn't overkill. It's being kind to your future self. That's my full puppet repair kit. If you want a deeper look at any of my workshop tools and how I use them, or what I bring to workshops when I'm running workshops for schools and adults, let me know in the comments. And if you're a puppeteer, tell me, what's in your kit? I hope that was helpful. See you next time.